Honestly, I've lived in Japan for 4 years now and I haven't really explored that much of Japan. But today that changes because I am here at the 5th station of Mount Fuji. And Mount Fuji is unquestionably one of the symbols of Japan. So I need to do my stay in Japan justice and, well, try to conquer this mountain. However, I've probably picked one of the worst days to climb. It's forecast torrential rain. But you know, I'm here and it's actually one of the last days in the climbing season, so it's bucket list time, or maybe time to kick the bucket depending on what happens. Either way, it's time to go. But there's one thing I need. I'm quite well prepared with a super heavy backpack, but there's still something I need to do, so let's go and get it. So this is what I've come for, one of these walking sticks. Mount Fuji can be quite dangerous, and especially on a day like today. So a lot of people get these wooden walking sticks. You can hire professional ones, but the cool thing about these is at each station on the way up, you can get them stamped. And these ones come with a pre-stamped for the 5th station that we're at now. And you get them completely full up to show that you actually reached the summit. This one's a bit big, so if you're a tourist, this is not gonna fit in your suitcase. But there's actually different sizes. Yeah, depending on your height, I guess you can get these ones. Or if you're looking to just collect it as a souvenir, you can get one of these tiny ones. And this is definitely gonna fit in your bag regardless. Because I live in Japan, I can probably go with one about this size. Seems practical, not too big. It's good to me. Let's go buy it.
And off I go on my big adventure. Little do I know the dangers await, but Mount Fuji actually has 4 different trails, depending on difficulty and actually time it takes. But like most people, I'm going to take the most recommended, popular and easiest beginner trail for first time climbers, the Yoshida trail.
Is that thunder? I hope not. I've just started the trail and at the moment I'm quite excited. As you can see on the floor, there's some big puddles because on the way here it really was raining quite hard, but I waited just a little bit of time and now the weather, well, I won't say it's quite nice, but it's not raining, so that's decent. And yeah, I'm quite excited. I'm ambitious. I've got it all in me. Let's see how that changes. Well, I've only been hiking for maybe 15 minutes and I've already started to reach the first real inclines. The floor's completely changed. Now it's this fine gravel. It's quite slippery, but this is definitely quite a scenic part of Mount Fuji, which I can really enjoy. I'm not too dead yet. I'm still in good condition. I can feel it on my knee, but these inclines are starting to scare me. But this nature is just nice. At the moment, I haven't needed to use this walking stick, so I'm kind of doing it samurai style. I'm starting to wonder if I should have just got the small one, just for the stamps, but there's still a long way to go, so I could still regret my choices on this. To get to the top of Mount Fuji usually takes around 6 hours, apparently. So yeah, hopefully I can reach that before the sun sets. But what a view! That can keep me going. This little tunnel's pretty cool. Dripping like a cave, but some pretty easy to walk on surface, which is nice. I just got like a huge piece of water splash on my face. Kind of dangerous for expensive camera equipment, but that's a nice little difference so far. It's just like every 5 minutes what I'm seeing on Mount Fuji is changing, so this is actually quite a cool thing. I don't know what the top's going to be like, but at least the first kind of hour climbing up is nice. The view's still amazing. I wish it was less cloudy. I'm sure it'd be even more breathtaking, but I'm already quite out of breath, so maybe I wouldn't want to add to that. I've kind of reached the first station. Only took about 20 minutes, really. So finally, well deserved, time to take a break.
This, the evidence that you have cooperated for the Mount Fuji Preservation Fund. It's kind of donations to preserve the Mount Fuji, and also your donation will be used for such purposes as maintenance of trails or setting first aid centers. So this eventually benefits all your climbers.
Okay.
So please understand and then cooperate.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I will. 1,000 yen is actually cheaper than this walking stick, so considering they keep everything easy enough to walk, then it's a pretty good price. Okay, that's nice. You get a receipt and this thing, so you can put it on your bag. Everyone can see that you've cooperated to help. I'm gonna finally go take a break, put this on my bag, get something to eat, have a drink and all of that good stuff. And the first toilets. Oh, I can smell the toilets. Oof, that is quite something. So these are your toilets, porta potty style. I think they cost 200 yen. Oh my god, they are strong. Oof. So this is where everybody's taking their first break. And me too. Well, I found my spot for lunch and I wanted to check out what they've given us. So this wood block that we got for donating is pretty cool. I'm going to put it on my bag right here. But they've also given us a map of Mount Fuji and some kind of book, which is pretty nice reading. It's got the rules of climbing Mount Fuji, some tips. It's all in English, which is nice. Itadakimasu. Family Mart onigiri is decent. So I'm looking at the trail that awaits me and I realized that the first bit really was the easy mode and it's going to get difficult from here on out. Okay, let's get to it.
I didn't know how wise my words actually were because so far I've only been tickling the base of Mount Fuji. From here on out, the real challenge starts. From the 6th to the 7th station is a 1 hour ascent of just pure winding, torturous trails. Let's see how I get on.
This may not look that steep on camera, but it actually is. Pretty kidder. Actually, I've just done like 3 or 4 of these and there's no end in sight. I can still see, I don't know, at least another 1, 2, 3, 4. It's fine, this is still the beginning. There's still plenty more of this to go. Yeah, this is cool. This view is really starting to come in and it just looks nice. The clouds are really starting to separate and I can see some cool stuff. There's small villages down there. I can see one of the 5 Fuji lakes, I think. It looks big. Just some open fields. I'm lucky for this weather, really. It could have been so much worse. Time to keep going. But yeah, you can see this terrain is just changing bit by bit. The gravel, still gravel, but they're chucking in more big stones just for fun. Variety of colors though, to keep it pretty vibrant. How many of these winding hills did I say there were left? There's actually so many of them. 15 more or something. And I've already done maybe 8 or 10. Did I just hear thunder? No. I hope that wasn't thunder. That's kind of scary if it is. This is a part of the mountain that can easily get congested with tourists, but because the tour group managed to get in front of me, I got stuck behind them. So Now the game is to overtake them, so I can kind of go at my own pace. Oh my god, this is dangerous. I mean, look at this stuff, man. I should pay attention a little bit more rather than trying to speak to camera. Yeah, completely different terrain here. Okay, that was exhausting. I really am not a big fan of steps, but this is the 7th station, definitely, because I see snacks and drinks, so you can stock up here, but most importantly, you can get your first stamps for your stick, and as you can see, 500 yen, you can get 2, or you can just get 1 for 300 yen, but you know, I'm here, I'm in it for the collection, in it for the video. It's time to take a rest, get the stamps. I'm tired. This is only the 7th station, still like 5 more hours to go. Okay, that's very quick, just in and out. Actually, you can't get 1 stamp, it's just 2 stamps for 500 yen. Yeah, it's pretty cute. If you couldn't get the 6th station or you plan to get it later, then you should ask to leave the space. So I'm aiming for the full collection, that's why. But yeah, looks very nice. Pretty cool, time to take a rest. And then continue. Let's go. Wow, there's so many bugs up here. It's kind of annoying. At the 7th station, you can get lots of refreshments and get your stamps, but I didn't see any toilets, which is kind of a thing because I didn't go at the 6th station. So I can see that there's some civilization not so far from here. Maybe only like 15 minutes, but what's interesting is the complete different change of terrain from this point on. Now, this really looks like a mountain. Ooh, that was a bit close. Anyway, this part is where the stick is actually really useful. You can just use your hands if you want, but because there's so many big rocks, you can just like, stick the stick in, use your arm power to get yourself up. Dangerous, but I'm not gonna lie. This is fun because you do this part right after resting. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know, I just had a little flash of I'm wearing shorts, and if I fell over, my knees would be absolutely shredded after that. And yeah, I've reached another rest point, so that part was very quick. Here you can buy some coffee, hot noodles, and I just need to catch my breath, I'm dying. What I really want is a toilet. Or maybe I can get another stamp here. Yeah, I can get a sunrise stamp, 300 yen. You know, I've just noticed that at the 7th station, you can buy this big stick and it's already got all the stamps on it. And it's only 1,500 yen. So I actually paid 1,200 yen for this one, and all of the stamps are costing money as well. So, you know, if you want to be a bit of a cheater, you could just pay the money and buy one of these. However, I'm not a cheater, so I am going to get it myself, legitimately. But you can also buy loads of different snacks and drinks and beer. Found them finally. The toilets are right here. So the toilets also cost money, about 200 yen. So yeah, you just put the 200 yen in the box that's outside. And this is why you need a lot of coins. And I bought a lot of coins in here. I've already spent some on the sticks and stuff, but this is what I got. A whole bunch of 100 yen coins and some 500 yen coins too. And these are mostly to get the stamps and just to use the toilets. Let's check out the state of this toilet. The light doesn't work for some reason. So to flush the toilet during the day, we have this bucket and ladle. And that's it. Okay, now that I'm fresh and empty, back into the mission at hand. And again, another kind of change of scenery, this time very rocky stairs all the way up. If there's one thing I'll give this trail, it's that the variety of, how do I say, terrains as you're climbing up is constantly changing, and that's pretty cool. Although I hate stairs. It's not that far to get to the next place. I'm tired though. Let's go. Okay, that was fun. I quite enjoy those sections actually. I get the use out of my stick. I get to feel a little bit of danger, you know? Maybe that's not everyone's cup of tea, but I quite enjoy it, having those moments. And we've reached the first set of cabins at the 7th station, at Tomoe-kan. Now my stamp collection is coming along. There's still quite a long way to go, and look at this beast. What can I say? Once again, variation, this time of the scarier variety. I kind of want to call this a staircase, but it's just not. It's just sheer rock all the way up, except these first couple. And this is where the stick is actually going to come in handy, I assume. I've never climbed anything like this before in my life. Oh. Yeah, it's dangerous, but it's also quite fun. Oh, let's get to the top. Let's go. Yeah, this way. Okay, I was a little lost for a second then. Wow, okay, this is quite dangerous. Whoosh. Whoa, okay. I'm alright. The trend up until now was that the dangerous bits were kind of in short bursts, but I guess from here on is where it gets really dangerous constantly. The small gravel days are over. I don't know why, but I'm actually more excited about this. I guess because it takes my mind off of the fact that I'm just grinding up steep hills, and instead it gives my mind something to think about, you know. Which rock should I take? Which route? Try not to die challenge. That kind of thing. Yeah, this bit, super rocky, a bit confusing as to like which way you should take, and a bit dangerous. By far, my most favorite part of climbing Mount Fuji. I'm kind of hoping that there are some more sections like this. And I guess I've reached the next rest stop. Maybe I can get another stamp. Can you get a stamp here? Yeah, stamp. 300 yen again. Okay, it was just a quick rest there to get my stamp, catch my breath just a minute. And now it looks like it's more fun from here on. Oh, God. Kind of rocky stairs. This is just interesting, and not really a forest, but there's some green foliage here, so let's go enjoy it. I need to be a bit more careful. That's not the place where you want to be falling over. It's quite a steep drop down, and those rocks are sharp. Okay, well, it's really foggy in the distance, so it's hard to see how much more we've got left, but what I can see is a Torii gate up there, and I happen to know at the summit there's a Torii gate, but I think that one is like a sand color. This one's red, so I think that might be the entrance to the aid station. I have no idea. Maybe this is not as steep as the last part. It's just really rocky, uneven, and long. There's a lot of it to go. But you know, for me, as I said, this is kind of better than just like steep, continuous gravel. Nothing to do but to get up there. So let's make it. Look at this, it's so cool. This is what I think of when I think of climbing a mountain. Not the first part, that's just trekking up steep hills. This is fun. Okay, made it. Still with a smile on my face. So this hasn't completely wiped me out yet. I'm not sure where I am. I think this is still technically the 7th station. The 7th station is actually not just one platform, it's everything that I've been climbing so far. And I've actually rented a cabin to stay the night, which a lot of people do, so that you can wake up really early and trek the rest of the summit to see the beautiful sunrise from the summit of Mount Fuji. I am a little bit out of breath, but this has been fun, and what a view it is. I mean, just check this out. Well, I need to go figure out whether my cabin's around here or I have to hike up a bit more. There's definitely still more to go. So let's have a look. Maybe I can get another stamp here too. So I can see something up here, but I doubt that's the 8th station. I think there's still quite a lot to go, and according to this sign, 3.2 kilometers to go until we reach the summit. So that's quite a lot actually. Oh god, yeah, this part is just rocks. Oh, it's kind of wet up here too. Yeah, very steep, very rocky. And lots of bugs. I tell you, this stick is actually doing its job. I'm getting my money's worth out of it. God, this is just pure steep rock. Oh, and kind of some steps here, so I guess I've made it. I don't know what it was about that part. Maybe it's the thinner air as you get to higher altitudes. But it only seemed like a few minutes, but that part absolutely took it out of me. And what's really frustrating is when I look down, it looks like everything that I've climbed up until now isn't that far away, like it's really close, but actually it's not. Toyo-kan. This actually is my cabin, but I think this is not the one I'm staying at. I have to go a bit higher. But I do have stamps here. Okay, I got the stamp. My stick is actually filling up, so we have started at the bottom again. If you get one of the bigger sticks, then you can save the other side if you decide to climb it twice. But yeah, I don't know about that. So my aim is to fill up this side now. Take a quick rest and get going. So the toilets up here are actually much cleaner, and there's even like small sinks you can use, so definitely worth paying the 200 yen, because if they maintain the toilets like this is what you want. The rocky trail is right there. But this is interesting because you can see Mount Fuji depicted in two ways on things like gifts and artwork. Mount Fuji can either be blue or red. It's blue in the winter because of the cold, and in the red, and in the summer, in the red, and in the summer it's red, and this is why, because the ice melts and it reveals this red soil or gravel, whatever it is. It's pretty cool. I'm starting to get the impression I need to hurry up a little bit, because in the distance I can see the shadow of Mount Fuji, and that means that the sun is setting. This is treacherous, as it is. In the dark, yeah, not recommended. Oh my god, look at this. I can't wait to get to the top. Just a little bit more, just a little bit. I guess I'm gonna go this way. Look, you can see the cabin is just up there. I don't know if this is actually my cabin, but while it looks so close, it's actually probably at least 10 minutes. But I'm hyped to get there. Just more steps every time. I really hate the steps. But I've reached another rest point and the 8th station finally. But Taishi-kan is not our cabin, which means there's more to go. But I should be able to get a stamp here at least. Wow, we're 3,100 meters. I decided not to rest because it's getting pretty dark already. I don't know how much further it is until my cabin. It could be the one that I can see right in the distance, which could still be like another hour away. So let's get to it. So I'm trying to climb with my hands a little bit instead of using the stick to see what the difference is. And while hands are very useful, I don't have the gloves for it. So the stick will save my fingers. But if you have some like serious duty gloves, using your hands pretty good, kind of monkey style. But for now, I guess I better use the stick. Oh, I'm constantly getting these little spurts of lightheadedness, maybe like every minute or so. But they go away just as quick as I get them. And I am definitely, can't speak. And I am definitely feeling it right now. But there shouldn't be that much more to go. Ooh. Another little wobble. Oh wow, I just saw something cool. In the distance you can see the moon behind some clouds. But I'm too tired to appreciate it. Oh my god, and this side, the sky is turning a beautiful hue of red. In fact, it is everywhere. I think this camera is not doing it justice. Whew, the steps are just killer on my legs. We made it up another one. This isn't my cabin either. I've been filming the stamps up until this point, but just want to get this done quick time. Arigatou gozaimasu. So, yeah. Oh, this one's quite nice actually. Definitely filling this up quite nicely. But it's time to just go, go, go. My fear. Maybe I've taken a bit too long, been a bit too relaxed climbing this mountain. Now it's getting dark, which is scary because I checked the map. I've actually got like 4 more stops up to go. which is crazy because I am knackered. I'm so tired. So the thought of that isn't a good one. But what's there to do but keep going? I'm not going back down, that's for sure. So this is what it's turned into, a full nighttime climb. And now I need these headlights, but I think I've still got 2 more stations to go, which isn't encouraging, but I've come across this Torii gate. It's just wooden color, I think. I'm not too sure where I am. Oh, actually I can see right here. Mount Fuji, 3,250 meters. I'm quite out of it at this point, but there's still a ways to go. So not much time to rest. Oh, this is cool. I think this might be a little temple or something. But at this time, it's definitely closed. But even though it's nighttime, I haven't been filming that much because I'm just concentrating on, you know, getting to my cabin. I have been getting my stamps done, of course. Not only is it nighttime, these steep hills are absolutely brutal. However, the shining light, quite literally, is that our cabins are up here, and I can see this is our cabin. Curry is calling me. It's been keeping me going this whole time. This actually wasn't my cabin, but mine is the next one. This is it. I finally made it. Finally made it here. Tomoe-kan, 3,400 meters. And you know, the satisfaction of reaching here is nice, but I can smell the curry. They're cooking it now, or they've already served it. So good. I'm absolutely wiped. And I can get a stamp here too in my hotel, so time to go. I'm being a bit quiet because there's people already in here, but this is the cabin. I splashed out a little bit so I could get a private one. This is about 10,000 yen per person. Fits 2 people. Oh, and you know what? It's got nice futons. This is a luxury because a lot of the other cabins you have to sleep next to complete strangers and they don't have futons like this. Oh my god. Oh, I really could just fall asleep right now, but it's time for curry and I'm not missing that, so I can leave all my stuff here, go for curry. This is it, the moment I've been waiting for. Hot curry and a nice hot tea too. It's good because it's getting quite chilly at this altitude. And of course I'm hungry. And in this bag we got breakfast for the morning, which includes a bottle of water and some bread, I think. I'll check that out later, but right now I just can't wait to dig in to this curry. Oh my god, it's actually really good. It might look like there's not a lot of curry, but there actually is quite a lot. This is quite deep. And there's quite a lot of rice too. Okay, I'm finished. So with all of that done, it's around 8 o'clock now, which is a pretty decent time because I can get half a decent sleep, I guess. Sunrise is at 5 o'clock in the morning and it takes about 1.5 to 2 hours to reach the summit. So I'm going to be leaving around 2:30, 3 o'clock, depending on whether I wake up and get all my stuff together. So I guess the only thing to do is stock up on Bacardi sweat and water and go to bed. Okay, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I tried to wake up a bit earlier, but it took a long time to get ready. And now I'm on the way to the summit, and it is cold and pitch black.
The hike from the 8th station to the top of Mount Fuji is another hour and a half of just complete and utter darkness, but you won't be doing it alone. Thousands of other travellers wake up at this time and brave the darkness with the ambitions to see the sunrise from the summit of Mount Fuji.
Look at this terrain. Whoa. It's properly dodgy to be doing this in the dark, but this is what you gotta do, along with the other thousands of people hiking alongside us. There's another Torii gate just up ahead, which means I'm getting really close to the summit. It's just absolutely exhausting, but I'm almost there. But yeah, getting there, I think just in the distance, I can see the peak of the sun coming, so I need to both relax, take my time, be careful, and hurry up so I don't miss this. So I've reached the first point of the summit, which I'm quite happy about, and we've come to this kind of shrine thing. Of course, it's closed at the moment, but it's a very popular photo spot. I'm just going to make my way through. Let's go. Yeah, we got these cool lions, which are nice to appreciate, but the sun is coming up, so I need to go find a spot to view this before it's too late. Oh, this is it. I finally made it to the top. Found myself a nice rock to sit on, a little bit away from the crowds, although people are starting to turn up. But I got the front row seat, and I'm just waiting for the sun to rise. And it already looks beautiful. Here it is, the Goraiko. I feel very lucky.
As majestic as the Goraiko is, it's not the only thing to appreciate at the summit. The views are all incredible. There's various shrines, an operating post office, and at the very peak of Japan, an old weather station turned research center. You can actually visit it, and it overlooks the crater, 600 meters in diameter, 200 meters deep. It's really impressive. Sadly, I don't have time to appreciate it as the weather forces me to descend.
So, of course, just as I leave, it starts raining, and it's getting heavier, and it's all downhill from here. Whoop. I've been lucky so far with the weather, so this is kind of to be expected, really. That said, I've got a couple of things to look forward to. So on the trail back, I need to get the stamp from the 6th station to complete my stick, and then when I finally get back home, I've got a hotel with an onsen, and I've booked yakiniku for tonight, so I've got a couple of rewards for finishing Mount Fuji. Those thoughts keep me going. But this is not looking good. It doesn't hurt, it's just bleeding a lot. Well, it finally stopped raining after maybe 1 hour of quite heavy downpour actually. But now I can finally relax. And one thing I was wondering when I watched YouTube videos about Mount Fuji is on the way down, you don't see that much footage, and I wondered why, but now I'm experiencing it, I can really understand. It's because it's boring. The whole way down is just this. There's just trails and trails of this all the way, as far as I can see. There's no variation. So it's not really that fun. The real fun is thinking, I'm gonna get to the bottom and the experience is done. I've completed the mission. But otherwise, yeah, it's just monotonous grinding down these same gravel tracks. I've still got a couple of hours to go. A couple of hours of this. Grind, grind, grind.
As bad as I make it sound, it's not all doom and gloom because the views on the way down are just second to none exceptional. They really help the struggle. That is, while the weather lasts.
Okay, I've made it to the 5th station and it's definitely more lively here. We got kids groups and stuff, which is good. It really makes me feel like I'm closer to the end point. But this means that I need to get my last achievement done, which is to get the stamp, the last stamp that I need for my pilgrim stick. I hope they do it. Okay, this is completely different to anything I've seen on Mount Fuji so far. So back at the last 6th station, I actually couldn't get the stamp. They didn't have the place there. So I had to go down a trail to find another 6th station to get a stamp, which is what I'm attempting to do now, if I'm in the right place. But at least I'm going somewhere. I'm not gonna die in this murder forest, this misty murder forest. It's beautiful and creepy at the same time. What is this? Oh, this looks like it was, or was some kind of shrine that's been completely overgrown, taken over by nature. Oh, there's benches here just taunting me. Limits are being reached. However, I've reached some kind of hut. This looks very different from the rest of them. There's like one person here and an ice cream which looks so good. It looks closed. Somehow, it's actually the right place. This is the only place you can get a stamp at the 6th station. So if you want to complete your pilgrim stick, you genuinely need to do the forest hike. I'm gonna catch my breath and go get it stamped. I finally got the last stamp, which means I've completed my pilgrim stick. Happy. Now, I've got about half an hour to get back to the station. I actually don't know if it's possible, but you know what they say, where there's a will, there's a way. And I hope there's a way, because I have got the will, although I'm a bit scared. And I do not want to be forgetting this. I have to keep my wits about me from here on, because there are 2 diverging paths in front of me, one right and one left. And one goes to where I want to go, the 5th station, and the other heads to a trail that will hike you down Mount Fuji. And that is not what you want, because the 5th station is actually 2,500 meters up the mountain. So you'll be hiking down another 2,500 meters. That is killer.
And just like that, I've conquered Mount Fuji, finally. And just in time for me to catch my bus back to Kawaguchiko station, where you can get a foot onsen for free. Well deserved, may I add. And I finally made it back to my hotel.
But what's better than a foot onsen? An actual onsen. Let's get inside.
The Yamagishi Ryokan has a wide selection of onsens, both indoors and outdoors. Some even overlook Kawaguchiko Lake. If you can get a reservation here, I highly recommend it.
Oh my god. Oh, that's relaxing. Oh, right there. This is exactly what you need to come and do after Mount Fuji. Your whole body hurts, especially your back from carrying the heavy bag and your feet from all the trekking, your shoulders too. And this is just a full body hill. It's so nice. Highly recommend it. However, I just saw that there's a couple of guys coming to the onsen, so yeah, unfortunately for you, that means I have to cut the video. And now that I'm super fresh and took a bit of a nap to recover my energy, I've come to yakiniku. I'm so excited, and I've actually come to quite a special yakiniku because this is all A5 Wagyu beef. This stuff is the expensive stuff, the real good one. I cannot wait to dig into this. Oh, the sound. Look at this, it's thick. Thick ribs, oh my god, it looks so good. That right there is an expensive barbecue. So this is really expensive stuff. I'm gonna try not to absolutely destroy it, which I think I already am. Oh, the smell is so good though. Let's try this expensive lean muscle. Oh my god, it's special. It's thick, but it's tender. It's so rich in taste. Oh, and it's got that barbecue flavor. Just a little bit on top of the deep beef flavor. Yeah, I think this chicken's pretty much done. And this karubi, also pretty much done. I'm so excited because this is the perfect way to end an exhausting yet exhilarating trip up Mount Fuji. And if you decide to do it yourself, I very much recommend visiting Kawaguchiko because it's so beautiful with so many different things to do. And if you want to see what it has to offer, then I made quite an extensive video on it. Links in the description down below. And also for the hotel with the onsen I stayed at and this yakiniku restaurant. But if you enjoyed my adventure up and down Fuji-san, then consider liking and subscribing. I'd very much appreciate it, and I'll bring you more adventures around Japan chat. Peace out. Let's see.